following the massive, crazy flops of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fox thought they can go back to like the original roots for the movie. And when I say roots, they decide to go like a complete reboot for the Fantastic Four. But unfortunately, that route would end up being a pretty bad idea, because not only this first reboot failed, it would effectively just end off the Fantastic Four franchise for many years. And it's pretty notorious for its story and confusing dialogue and story-driven, what the movie should be. What's up, guys? My name is Nate, and on this 37th episode, The Road to Avengers Doomsday, we're taking a look at Fantastic Four 2015, or as I like to personally call it, and many people do, Fant4stic. This is a reboot that Fox tried to do, but they end up going southwest for it. So sit back, relax, enjoy this amazing show as I take you a deep dive why this movie failed and how like Marvel would later learn the lessons that Fox failed to do. So, right off the bat, the Fantastic Four had two movies in the early 2000s. There was a plan to do a third Fantastic Four movie, which would have been set like Wakanda and introducing Black Panther and all that stuff. That's just what I found, according to some articles. But, however, all those plans scrapped, and Fox decided to hit the reset button on that table as a last resort. And what they came up with? Well, I'm going to get more detail on that. So, when Fox wanted to do a Fantastic Four movie, they mean it for real. They wanted to go to like a gritty reboot, like, you know, like a serious tone and stuff. And I remember hearing about this, I was like, oh, okay, let's see where they're going. So right off the bat, they decided to hire a director to helm this reboot. And that's none other than Josh Trank himself. So Trank has recently became a household name. Just recently, years prior, did like the 2012 found footage movie Chronicle. And I enjoy that movie, and I had some hope that he would helm a great Fantastic Four movie. But as I tell you later, things did not go as planned. So right off the bat, with the director in, they decided to find the four actors that will become the new Fantastic Four. So starting off, we got Miles Teller, who's been playing Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Well, at that time, Teller was known for some small roles, and he recently did some good roles like in... Oh yeah, he did that one drummer movie with J.K. Simmons. Oh, that's Whiplash. That one. Thank you, Brain. You really did figure it out. And I gotta say his casting was alright. I mean, he does kind of like an altered version of Reed Richards, but I can tell he really tried to like do something for this role. Next up, we got Kate Mara as Susan Storm, aka the Invisible Woman. She was a bit of an okay casting. I mean, she does kind of look a bit like the character, but I wish she got more like screen time, this and that. But regardless, the casting's alright, and we're just gonna move on. Then we got Michael B. Jordan playing Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. This is like Michael B. Jordan's second collab with Josh Trank, since he also starred in Chronicle, and I gotta say, he wasn't good of a casting for me. I mean, Johnny Storm is usually this reckless person, and we get to see a bit of the early films, but this one takes it real serious. He's like this driver thing, and this would be a pretty good stepping up for Michael B. Jordan. I mean, I know he did like the Creed film, like the first one, but he would later join the MCU as playing Killmonger in Black Panther. I gotta say, this was really stepping stone stuff for him. But I kind of defend his casting a bit. I just gotta say, I wish he got more screen time as the others. And lastly, we got Jamie Bell playing Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. And I gotta say, I was a bit skeptical of this because Jamie Bell, I know him for voicing Tintin, Events of Tintin, and then he's also in King Kong and other stuff. But I could tell like when they just wanted to have some actors who get to know each other, but now with that cast out way, I gotta just explain what's the problem with this movie. the movie tries to be too realistic, and there are some moments filmed that felt good, but other times it just felt like pretty bad off the rails. So right off the bat, they decide, yeah, they did the whole origin thing. Then instead of like a space station, they go to this dangerous planet with some teleportation machine thing, because that's what Reed and Ben were working on. And I gotta say, the first time when the characters get the powers, it's something out of a horror movie. Like, there's like this one couple minute scene, and I could tell like Josh Trank was trying to go for like a realistic approach of having like these powers, but it really worked for me, but it just like wish there was like a bit more time. But that's what I have to say. Anywho, I gotta talk about the CGI. I mean, some of the powers are pretty cool, especially the force fields, the fire powers, and even the rubber thing, the stretching. That's pretty cool, but I have a big criticism of what Ben Grimm looks like. You see, the thing is this large, orange, blocky monster, and he has some shorts, but I don't know what Fox decided to do, but the design of it looks pretty bulky, and I was not a fan of like how it looks. Speaking of bad designs, I forgot to talk about Dr. Doom, because he is apparently in this movie. So, the actor, I don't know what his name is, but he apparently is the voice of, like, he was in War of the Planet of the Apes. He is, like, the voice of Koba. I forgot his name, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, please let me know down in the comments below. But the actor they got for Doom, like, he was alright. He was, like, this isolated person, but then later when he comes back, and I gotta say, what was Fox thinking of approving this design? Dr. Doom looks like a rejected version of Metallo that DC wouldn't do. Like, it just looks like a green, like, kryptonite monster, and I'm just like, what is this? That's not Doom. But yeah, that Dr. Doom is pretty bad. Along with some other bad decisions, like, and the confusing, like, plot points and plot holes that don't get filled up, and pretty much bad decision makings from Fox itself. It was just like a rough spaghetti mess. So when Fantastic Four 2015, so when Fant4stic was released in 2015, it was a huge box office disaster. Not only did it fail to make the amount of money, but it apparently killed off an attempt to do a sequel that was supposed to come out in 2017. Yes, I'm not kidding. They actually planned to do a sequel in 2017 if this movie succeeded, but it didn't. This marked the end of the Fantastic Four era for Fox, and we will not get a new Fantastic Four movie for quite a while until like last year in 2025 with Fantastic Four First Steps, which I'll do a video on that real soon. But yeah, that's really my roasting on Fant4stic. I know this was a pretty of a crazy movie that I was forced to rewatch since I haven't seen it in ages. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. But thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give a like, subscribe, and comment below. And it really does help on my channel because it helps me make new videos every day. But yeah, have a great one, you guys. Enjoy the nice weather, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and have a good day.